let's go ahead and get into our main topic for the night.
I like the music.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have had Danger Zone, but obviously for copyright, I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Josh can sing it since he's really
do it.
No. You know what, Josh?
Danger Zone. So good.
I don't ever
Boo! Boo!
want to hear it ever again.
Never coming on the show again.
That other song, man, like every
Never
time
coming back.
him and the girl, like they would start the song, you know, like the same like 4 notes, and then when they finally had sex, I was like, it has lyrics. I played it 37 times. There's more of it than 4 notes. It's like, what's happening here?
All right, so our main topic, of course, is Top Gun for tonight, for the film's 40th anniversary. Now, I actually went and saw this in theaters for the 40th anniversary. I did a double feature of Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick, and I was so pumped up after this thing that I almost re-enlisted in the Army. So I'm glad that I didn't. So, but yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this in the theaters. I'm pretty sure nobody else got out to the theater for that, but that the good thing about this one is you can find it on streaming. So, and I know a lot of Lily, I know a lot of people watched Top Gun and reviewed it a year ago on the Monday Hangover. So let's start with you, Lily. What did you think about Top Gun? Hey, beloved, how you doing? It's good to see you in the chat. We're always glad to have you here.
Welcome.
All right, what you got, Lily?
Well, I kind of had already said it, but I love this movie, and what laughs, that is so funny. But one thing that I really like is this one thing that I really like about the movie is that, and it wasn't just Top Gun. This was like a thing that I noticed just watching movies from the 80s and 90s, is that they always have these badass movies and they always manage to weave a little bit of romance in there. And I like that they do that just because they give you an opportunity that a wider range of people can kind of watch it. Like I'm there for all the airplanes and all that stuff too. I'm not mad about the romance, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit in there, and it gives you a little bit of a chance to kind of see Maverick's character in a different light. And I like that they kept that in Top Gun Maverick also. But as far as everything else, I just love this movie. Oh, I don't know if you guys want to like read that first.
Oh yeah, sure.
Go ahead and read that real quick, Derek, and so Lily can finish up.
Yeah, sorry, Lily, don't mean to interrupt you. Just get this out of the way. Maverick was a sequel that respected the OG, while every other sequel, reboot, and spinoff was tearing down the originals and legacy characters.
Yes,
very good.
He's letting his voice be heard. Good on you, Doge.
It's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Bob had mentioned that too. So that kind of goes with the super chat, is that I appreciated that when we find Maverick, he's not like depressed or whatever. Like the very first thing we see him do is he's flying still. And what I was going to say earlier about his character is that I like what they did with him in the first one versus the second movie. What I love about him in Top Gun specifically is just how cocky and arrogant he is. And I know a lot of people don't like those types of characters because they're like, how can you like them? Like they're not likable or whatever. But to me, those are always my favorite characters, because I'm like, if you're really great at something, why would you want to be humble about it? Like if I'm really good at something, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit arrogant about it too. I don't need to like diminish myself just to make everybody else in the room feel comfortable. Like I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
You know what's interesting about this, just to piggyback off that, Lily, is that all the pilots that are there at Top Gun, they all have a little bit of an edge to them, and they're a little arrogant. And I've actually heard people say this before, that you almost have to be a little arrogant to be a fighter pilot. So just wanted to point that out. Go ahead.
So yeah, I completely love the like you said, all of these characters are just a little bit like that because they explain it to you in the movie. These are the best of the best, and they're trying to find the best of the best in that bunch. So you're like, yeah, obviously, like I'm here for a reason. I'm not your like average person. And I love that Maverick's just like that throughout the whole movie, and I'm like, no, yeah, I love that about his personality. Like, why is he gonna just humble himself in front of everybody else? And he comes in and he's like, yeah, it's gonna be me. Like, what are you, like, there wasn't another choice. Like, what are you talking about? And I know we're not talking about the second one, but I know I really like how they translated that into the second one, where he kind of calms down a little bit, but because I feel like he doesn't have anything else to prove anymore. And I like how he's working with all of the new kids who are now in his shoes that are the super arrogant and cocky ones. But then he comes in and teaches everybody a whole bunch of lessons and humbles them in return. So I love how they did that with his character. But in the first one, I absolutely love how he is. Like, the more arrogant Tom Cruise is, like, the more that I love him. So, but yeah, no, I love that movie. And then, of course, they have a really good cast of characters, too. I appreciate Val Kilmer. He is so hot in that movie. It's like, rest in peace. I'm trying to keep it respectful, but my goodness, there's just.
You know what I'm going to ask you, Lily, right? Val Kilmer or Austin Butler?
Oh, God, Josh.
Come on.
That's unfair.
Well, he kind of looks like him, so.
A little bit of same flavor there.
Yeah. Well, here's a little bit of lore for you, Josh. Speaking of Austin, he was supposed to play Rooster in Top Gun Maverick.
Really?
Really? Oh, that would have been a good question. Wow.
And he had already made it to like the final where he was already like on set or something. But they replaced him last minute with Miles Teller because they said that Austin looked way too young to be Rooster's son or Goose's son.
You hear the animosity underneath that.
I will say that as I'm watching it today and I'm seeing, Goose, I was like, I thought the Miles Teller job was very good. Like, I thought they looked alike. Like, I was like, oh my God, that is like a good casting call, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, he does look the role, especially when he walks into the bar. Yeah. And right after he gets out of what was it? Jeep he was driving. Yeah. And when he walks into the bar and, he's got the shirt that he's got on and whatnot. And when he sits down at that piano, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And I love the way they play that off because Maverick's watching him and the music that they're playing in the background as he's watching him. And then you see Jennifer Connelly see Maverick's expression and look over at Rooster and like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not even mad about that. I thought Miles Teller did an excellent job, so he did a really good job there. But now they're talking about, since Top Gun 3 is happening, now everybody's like, why don't you cast Austin as Iceman's son? Hello, like that would
that could be interesting. I love how you call him Austin.
Older now, so
give him ideas, Lily. Let him know, man.
With Austin.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I love this movie. It has a really great soundtrack too, and it's the same thing every time that song starts. Like, it just pumps you up, and it just, I don't know, it's a really good, like, feel good movie too. I love those types of movies.
Yes, J Doze,
absolutely,
yes, absolutely,
100%. He's still gorgeous. Oh,
yeah, he's gorgeous.
Definitely aged better than Kelly McGillis, or is it?
It's not good. It's not.
No, I'm just saying she aged better. That's all I'm saying. because I think she's a great actress. And I loved her in Top Gun, but I can understand why she didn't get cast in the sequel as opposed to. I mean, that's all I'm saying is I can understand it.
Oh my God! We're gonna take down for this. Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound harsh. I'm just look. I mean, I haven't exactly aged well, so
is she like super older than Tom Cruise though? Or
I think
is
she is.
I
He
think,
was
I think she
born-
was
I thought
a fair
today-
amount older than he was.
She was born in 67, I believe.
Hmm.
This
What year was Tom Cruise hatched out of his egg that he came out of?
Throws that into the
When-
world.
She
when
can't
did
be
that
that
happen?
much older because she's 68 right now.
So she was born in 60s. No, 57.
She was born in 57.
Tom
So
Cruise
he
is 63.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we can I have that one wrong?
Good Lord.
Let's give Beloved a little bit of a shout out here. Yes, indeed.
All right.
Oh, God, Bob.
Dang. I'll take the heat for that one.
Oh, I love how Bob compares himself
Hey,
to
hey,
Let the hate flow through you.
so I'll take the heat for that one. All right.
Good Lord.
Let's see. Derek, what'd you think of this one?
All right. Just a quick point of order before I get into the full review here. I'm going to give you some interesting notes about this. So this movie came out in 1986, right? The budget for this one was $13 to $15 million. This movie took in $362.3 million.
Wow.
And this is 1986. Let that sink in. All right?
That's
Same.
crazy.
That's cutting
Yeah.
a profit.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
This film was directed by Tony Scott, and he doesn't have that bad of a resume. You want to know what
Oh,
else? he
yeah,
did?
yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did Beverly Hills Cop 2. He did Days of Thunder. He
Did
did
he
the
do
Last
Crimson
Boy-
Tide?
He did Crimson Tide. He did The Last Boy Scout, and he did True Romance.
Last
How about
voice
that
was
for a
good.
resume? That ain't bad, man. So
Some
this
good
was
movies.
his real first home run hitter, and boy did he do a beaut. Okay, so back in the 80s, here were your choices when it came to action movie genres. 1, fighting, aka blood sport. Don't insult it. You love it. Come on.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I like
love
Bloodsport,
Bloodsport.
except for the dancing scene. I love Bloodsport.
I think you're thinking of Kickboxer.
No, there's two. Not this dancing scene. Not this thing.
Okay, not that one.
The one where he's dancing with the blonde-haired girl next to the dresser. And he's talking to her about, I am a fighter. I fight her. I also eat spaghetti. These are the 3 words I know. This is the only English I know. And
Oh, God. Laps is hilarious. He's quiet for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, he just says the most random funny stuff.
Oh God.
Hey, it's better than that kid that they've got during the flashback scene. You're not going to call the cops? What's the kind of a deal?
I don't even think that kid spoke any English.
No,
he
they
didn't.
just
He
dubbed it in. It was
Just
bad.
subbed in.
He wore
It was
a
drunk.
New York Giants football jersey and a San Francisco Giants baseball cap. By the way, that was funny.
Funny. That is funny.
All right,
All right.
Okay.
So you were saying, you got the fighting genre.
you got the fighting, you got the shoot 'em ups, also a blast. I'm sure we'll be talking about those at length here on the pod. Then you had pretty much you had a mystery thriller back in the day, but then the fourth was Jets. Jets were big back in the 80s, folks, and this is the film that did it. What you know about Iron Eagle? What you know about Delta Force? Come
Well,
on,
didn't
man.
Iron Eagle come out the same year as
Yes.
Top Gun?
Yes,
So-
we're talking about that.
There you go.
Louis Gossett Jr. Shout out, Chappie, love you.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
So those were the films. This is a movie I forgot when I was watching this, because at the time, you're a kid. You're 7, 8 when this is all
Yeah.
happening. But this was a really, 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 really big deal. And I remember it because my parents were talking about it. My relatives were talking about it. Their friends were talking about it. People adored this movie. This is one that's got something for the whole family. It's one of those things because, one, the ladies can go because they're appreciative of the aesthetics. But, men can go because you're going to see some killer action in this. I mean, just the plane sequences alone are pretty amazing.
They still hold up.
They
Yeah,
do.
They do.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Heck
it's
yeah.
great. Now, to Lily's point, which I thought was brilliant, is the fact that Maverick is cocky, right? Yes,
Yeah.
he is. But that's why he has his wingman. That's why he has Goose, because Goose brings him back down to earth. That's why we love Goose. Because as cocky as Maverick can get, he's always like, nope, wingman. He always went to wingman. So when he goes, it's such a tragedy. You just your heart just breaks. Oh, here we
Yeah. Because he passed away last week.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And we got both of those in before. Yeah.
Donald Gibb, man, shout out. Oh man, I think about Donald Gibb and just, it's great. It's really, really great.
Yeah, he was great in those movies.
Well, he is such a character like himself. Like you see that guy, you can't help but just start bursting with fun. So shout out on that one, Meister. I love Donald Gibb as well. But here's the thing about what makes Maverick the cockiness that he has, which is he's loud. He's got volume to him. Like he doesn't mind showing it off. Meanwhile, Iceman is also extremely confident, but he's just sitting in the back like eating peanuts.
He's ice.
So, and then when Maverick starts trying to mouth off to him, he's the type of guy that once somebody started flapping gums, he's the type of guy that's like, "Shut up, virgin." He just would have a one-liner with just shut him up immediately. He'd sit down, say nothing more. I win, and he does win ultimately, doesn't he?
Yep.
But that's also the brilliance of this movie, is the fact that they become friends because they're all ultimately fighting on the same side, right? That's the whole purpose of this, is that you realize that, it's competition, but it's competition that you want. And at the end of the day, you still have to look at these folks like they're your brothers and sisters in arms. You don't have it. This is it. You guys are it.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all on the same team.
We're all on the same team at the end of the day. Doesn't mean we can't have healthy competition, but dang. Now, Bob, who do you think I wanted to hear yell slacker and hit Tom Cruise up against the head with the newspaper?
What's his name? Stinger.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I thought about you countlessly every time I saw him. Nope, that shouldn't be a cigar. That should be a newspaper, and he should be smacking people over the head with it.
Slacker.
There's as I was saying before, look, if Tom Cruise really is the big star, the big movie star, or as Bob phrases it, the last real movie star, you can't argue that this isn't the film that got him there. You can't tell me this isn't the one. This is it. Mm-hmm. And Maverick only did a reminder of that when it came out after COVID. So this is the one. Adore it. Still fun to this day. I hated the video game. I hated it.
Well, that movie.
I bought this earlier. I crashed the plane every time I tried to land it.
God, that was a horrible game.
It was not bad. It was easy.
It was terrible. I could never land the plane either.
But it told you right on the side what to do. You had the little numbers on the side. That's all you had to do. You put the plane.
It was awful.
We should buy it and try it.
I never was able to land the plane unless I had the power glove.
Dude, you put the speed on what the speed says on the left, and then you do the height on what the height says, and it lands every time.
Oh, it was terrible.
I was 7, okay? I didn't know what I was doing exactly. Forgive me.
Listen, I was 10 when this movie came out, so
still older than 7.
I mean, yeah.
You had an age advantage on us.
Oh,
you did.
Gosh, yeah, I could never land.
I mean,
the plane. God,
I could never walk into the ladies' bathroom like he did.
That was epic. That was just
he was very progressive. Let's just say.
Yeah.
They were ahead of their time.
Very gender fluid.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah,
anything else, Derek?
No, man. Just shout out. Still good to this day.
All right, Laps. What do you got?
I like the movie. I mean, I've always liked Top Gun. I guess being, I guess whatever how it, I don't even know how to say this, but some of the music. I mean, I'm not a really big 80s music fan. I'm just not.
What?
Wow.
Oh,
I like
listen,
everything about me is weird. I listen to literally strictly death metal. That's what I listen to. That is what I.
That's cool, man.
That's all I.
Era 9 Inch Nails.
No.
No.
Oh, Josh.
No, sir. No, sir. No,
I think he's talking about probably bands that I don't think we've ever heard.
probably.
You've never heard of Pantera or Nine Inch Nails?
Yeah, Pantera's all right. Nine Inch Nails is like industrial.
I think
weird.
he's talking about like.
But I mean, like I appreciate it, but it made me think like when they have like 2 or 3 songs, man, they really hit on it. Like I don't ever want to hear Great Balls of Fire ever again. I don't ever want to hear that boom 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 boom. Like I was seriously so surprised when that had lyrics. I was so my wife's sitting next to me and I'm dying. And she's like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "They have played the first 4 notes of this song 77 times. I didn't know there was anything more to it. I couldn't believe it."
I'm not gonna lie.
Anywhere they could stick in Danger Zone, it was like they would just cut like he's like in class, and then the next it's like I'm like, all right, dude. All right. But I still like the movie. The movie itself, as a movie, I loved it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's the most 80s thing that I've probably seen in a long time.
Yeah.
It really is. And it brings me back, like you guys talked about Maverick, and I love Maverick as well. And I think it came out at a time where we were in a very nonsensical time. Like, I'm not going to get into anything. Like, people can feel how they want to, but the fact that the guy had to come out and make a statement before the movie started, you know what I mean? Like, everybody remember the little speech he gave, and I'm like, just do the movie. Just people need to get away from themselves and have fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go to a movie to relive real life. I can already do that outside. Like, I want to see people fly planes and jets and do crazy stuff. And that's exactly what it does, you know? And epic volleyball scene.
Yeah, Josh, we called it a great volleyball movie.
It's a great volleyball movie.
I mean, hey, Gary, it's good to see you in the chat, man.
Put volleyball on the map.
But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in the movie. I mean, you know, the weird locker room scene where he's first talking to Iceman and he just gets in his face and he's like, I'm like, what is that? What did that do? Is that like something that made you feel bad? I don't know what that was supposed to accomplish.
This is funny.
I think that just goes back to them being arrogant, and that's what it is.
I mean, I guess I'd have just slap him or something, you know? I mean, I don't know, but chomping at him, like, what are you, Pac-Man? Like, what is happening here? But yeah, the only thing I didn't like about the movie, the one thing I did not like, was that he took Goose's dog tags.
Oh, and threw it away.
Family, and then you threw it in the ocean.
Yeah, that was weird.
Give it to the family, man. Like you're so self-absorbed. Like, it's like, but I guess, you know, I didn't know him, so.
I didn't know him.
I've never lived in the Top Gun world, so I don't know.
I had forgotten. I thought Meg Ryan was in it a lot more.
Don't worry. Meg Ryan was fine. She soon started a relationship with Billy Crystal, and when Harry met Sally, she recuperated. She's fine.
Yeah, so, you know, yeah. But I liked it. I liked the movie. I was very surprised that I liked it as much as I did still, because I loved it whenever I was a kid.
See, and that's cool. It pointed out how a lot of the scenes still hold up.
They do. They still hold up. A lot of it
and I
does.
think that's a testament to how good the film really is the fact that they still hold up. So, all right. Oh, what do you got, Josh?
I mean, just like what you just said, this movie holds up. Like, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about, would this still be as good, you know, especially with Maverick, how we love Maverick. And I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it so much. It's got a great story. Tom Cruise does an amazing job. Val Kilmer, I mean, was great. Anthony Edwards was great. You know, so good throughout this movie. Nobody really talks about him as much in terms of, like, you know, everyone, when you mention Top Gun, from my experience, everyone says, oh, Val Kilmer, Ice. But it's really Anthony Edwards does such a great job and helps to lead this movie from beginning to all the way, you know, to when he dies.
Yeah, Val Kilmer actually has very little screen time when you add it all up together.
Mhm.
But it's so iconic, his screen time. That's why he's so remembered for it. But you're
Aviator
right. You know, Anthony
sunglasses,
Edwards.
neon blue lighting.
Yes.
That's ice. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're right. Anthony Edwards is actually in it a heck of a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, he went on to be a great doctor, so don't worry. He's fine.
That's exactly right.
But yeah, I thought that was good. That scene with him and Kelly, what was her last McGillis?
Kelly McGillis.
McGillis that was amazing. She was gorgeous. It's like, I never date my students. And 2 minutes later, he's over at her house and they're talking for an hour.
Well, I like when he first says, I'm going to go take a shower. No, the food's ready.
Yes, that's the only reason that weird person doesn't take a shower in your house.
Yeah.
No, the food's ready. You can take a shower afterwards, but the food's ready now. So we gotta eat. How much sweat was in this movie? Anybody else?
That's part of the aesthetics.
There was enough sweat to like make a drinking well for some country. My God.
Well, to be fair, it is hot over there, you know.
Sure. Over there. In that place that it was.
It's so good.
Sure is, Dixie. Sure
good.
is.
Oh my God. No, but this movie was amazing. I don't know if I was trying to review it on Critic List and something was wrong with Critic List. I don't know if anyone else had a problem with it, but I could not get it. You did too?
Yeah, Derek was mentioning it earlier. He was having trouble posting his review.
I can, when you go to Critic List, Bob, I can give you the ranking, but loved it. Loved the music. It really held up more than what I thought it was, because we had just talked about it and saying, raved about Maverick and saying, the first Top Gun is, I think Maverick is better, but I mean, this really has held up the test of time.
Yep.
So that's what I have to say.
All right. For me, like I said, I got to the theater to see this, and that was my first time ever seeing the original film on the big screen. So that was a fun experience for me. And literally once it starts, I was already getting pumped up right away and excited for it. Just, once you hear that Top Gun theme hit and it brings up, talking about the school and everything, I just thought it was great. I was already pumped. And then again, like I said, I watched Maverick right after this. And so it was just, a 4-hour experience there, 4.5 hours where I came out just beaming after this thing. And like I said, I think that the second films takes a lot of the stuff that the first one did right and does it better. But when you factor in the time period that the original came out, I think that it was top notch for its time. There's a reason why when that movie came out, military recruiting just skyrocketed because people were all excited. And I put this in my review that the thing that makes this film special to me is the way it makes you feel. Yes, it's got the great score, it's got the great soundtrack, it's got iconic characters and all that, but it has a way of connecting with the audience in a way that modern movies don't. It elicits a response from you that a lot of modern movies don't. Now we're beginning to see some of that again this year where we've had some good movies that people are getting excited about, but you don't really see a lot of that from in modern films. And the way you felt with that original Top Gun, even again watching it now, I was just beaming after I saw it. It's a great film, good acting, good performances, but again, it makes you feel good at the end of it. And then, like I said, the second one just takes that and multiplies that and does it even better. So I think that it's a great experience. And like everybody said, it still holds up. The fighting sequences, like especially at the end with the MiGs, I thought was very well done for the time period. And I thought it was great. I also love the sequence at the beginning. And this kind of goes back to what you were talking about, Lily, about how he's got a little bit of arrogance to him when he inverts and he's flying on the MiG, and he's giving him the bird, and they're taking the picture. And I love when they're telling the story at the school, and he's like, "Oh," she's like, "Well, how did you see that?" "Well, we were inverted," and Iceman's like, "Oh shit," and he's like, "No, we got a good picture," But really, the movie is just really cool. And just to kind of add to that sequence, she's like, "Oh, so you're the one?" "Yes, ma'am." But yeah, the film's awesome. It was a lot of fun watching it, and after 40 years, this really does hold up still. So, does anybody have anything else before I get here to the critical scores?
Watch it.
Yeah, go back and watch it. It was so fun, and it moves fast too.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
I want the popcorn bucket, the little Maverick helmet.
Oh, I didn't see it. I want to see it. Look at Kelly McGillis. Good Lord.
All right, so it's sitting at an 87% with 114 votes.
Wow.
This genius of a reviewer, Was It Good, gave it a 90%. J Doge 408, 94%. Now, a lot of people, they reviewed it back in September, I believe it was, right, Lily?
Yeah.
So let me get to those. Okay, here we are in September. Let's see. Let's get to some of our viewers' reviews here. Let's see. I know I saw some of them earlier. Let's see. Okay. Drunk 3PO gave it a 95%.
I think it's a 98.
Okay, so you're giving it a 98? Okay, Chelsea, who's not with us tonight, but
that doesn't make it a 100. How does that? What? A 98?
Maverick is 100 for me. Maverick is 100% for me.
Okay, I can understand that.
Two less percent.
Yeah,
You needed more danger zone.
perfect. Maverick is perfect.
Okay. So Chelsea gave it a 95%. Let's see. Blaine, 86%. I almost should downvote that.
Whoa.
Yeah, downvote it. He's gonna be like, what?
Do it, Bob.
Let's see. Lily, 92%.
He's gonna do it 82%.
And I like what you said here, that it has the perfect formula for movies back in the 1980s. And you mentioned that, Laps, as well, that this is like the most 80s movie you've seen in a long time. So
yeah.
Dixie, 87%. Let's see, Gary Barry also in the chat with us, 95%. So yeah, Michael Moosey was in the chat earlier, 86%. So yeah, this is a very well liked
Jonas. Oh my God, dislike Jonas is. I'm gonna go back to it and dislike.
What did Jonas give it?
He gave it a 58%.
Oh my God, he needs to be. I have no idea. What did you give it?
Oh, dude, what the heck? All the way at the.
It's further down by Dixie's, right?
Yeah, it's by Dixie.
Yeah. Dixie
Okay,
gave it
so-
an 87%. Wow, that was high. for
Gary,
Dixie.
okay. Jonas, 58%. Yeah, we're gonna downvote that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There we go. But yeah, so right now it's sitting with an 87%. And I think that's a pretty good score, a pretty fair score for this film. And yeah, right, sitting pretty close to 90% there. So yeah, very well liked film. And yeah, for me personally, like I said, I gave it a 90%. I would give Maverick probably a 95 or 100%. That's I don't give out hundreds very much, but
You
that's
don't
one
think
I
it's a
would definitely
98?
consider.
98.55%.
Yeah, well, I don't know. 96, it might.
Yeah.
I might bump it up to 96. There.
They don't give decimal points in Criticless, unfortunately.
Ah.
So,
I always just say it was good. It was good.
there you go.
I don't know if I could come up with like an actual percentage of like, it was good. I liked it.
All right.
It was awesome.
Dixie.
I don't even do that for comic books. I don't even do that. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Dixie,
There it is.
I'll put them back. Yeah, I put them back for them.